nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning, high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Our brand, Octus Legacy Private Wealth Management, is a reflection on our commitment to our clients, each other, and the growth we hope to achieve. As friends for multiple years, we operate like a tight-knit family where harmony and collaboration thrive. Our dedicated team of financial professionals complement each other, drawing on decades of shared experience. With a keen eye for detail, we understand each other's strengths, allowing us to deliver quality service. Our camaraderie extends beyond the workplace. We connect as friends, checking in over the weekends to stay connected. Our bond transcends the typical 9-to-5 workday, reflecting our commitment to genuine relationship. To become a client today, call us at 405-252-5925.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Hi, everybody, and good evening. Welcome to the night session of the 59th Annual Tournament of Champions, powered by Quick Trip and Squirtle. I'm Todd Miller. Dustin Goodo joins me for this broadcast, and it's a good one. 2 large schools out of Class 5A and 6A about to tip it off with a ticket to the championship game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on the line. Our matchup is Broken Arrow 5-0, making their second Tournament of Champions appearance, but the first in 23 years. In 2001, they went third place, going 2-1. Booker T. Washington, meanwhile, after a 20-9 season a year ago, is 8-0. And Dustin, you had a chance to watch Broken Arrow's Tigers yesterday take apart Glenpool in the second half, and to me that was a very impressive victory because Glenpool had played Lincoln Christian before Christmas very, very tightly, and I thought Lincoln Christian arguably could be the best team in the state of Oklahoma. Yesterday it was 70-48 Broken Arrow.
It was, and BA, of course, led by Mackenzie Mathurin. She had an absolute dynamite game. I think she dropped 32 in that win, 20 of those points come in the first half. But another one of those players to keep an eye on who we'll see, Maricini, I thought hit some big shots as well. She finished in double figures for the Tigers. That starting 5 and really the bench players that come in, this team is really built to kind of continue on and have success in this tournament.
You talk about Mathurin. She is a University of Michigan's commit, 32.6 rebounds yesterday. How about the star watch for Booker T. Washington? The Hornets led with the senior Macarla Johnson. She had 21 yesterday for the Baylor commit.
Yeah, Markayla Johnson, another terrific player, and that's kind of the matchup you're looking forward to seeing here today, this afternoon. Mackenzie Mathurin against Markayla Johnson. Again, 5A versus 6A. This sets up, I think, for a terrific semifinal match, and again, hopefully a packed house here inside the BOK Center.
Eighth trip to the make that the ninth trip to the Tournament of Champions for Booker T. Washington. They have won championships in 2008 and 2019. They were the runner-up in the 2007 event. And, again, their record all-time here at the TOC, 15-6. Broken Arrow, as we mentioned, in their first Tournament of Champions event since 2001. They finished third that year. And, again, with yesterday's win, they are 4-1. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for Booker T. Washington, Harlan Atkinson is the head coach. 8-0 is the record for Booker T. Washington. Leon wins over Tulsa Nathan Hale, Piedmont, Fort Smith, Northside, Bixby, Tulsa East Central, Collinsville, Owasso, and yesterday over Hammond, 67-45. Broken Arrow will start. Macy Maracini, she is a 5'5 senior. Peyton Dolan, a 5'8 senior. Rakaya Bowen, a 5'11 senior. Mackenzie Mathurin, she is a 5'10 senior, and Taryn Jacobs is a 6'1 senior. We'll be back with the starting lineup for Booker T. Washington, and we'll tip it off. First game of the winners bracket semifinals. It's girls action tonight here on Squirtle. Broken Arrow and Booker T. Washington for the Tournament of Champions, fueled by Quick Trip and powered by Squirtle.
Good afternoon and welcome to the
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
Welcome back here to the BOK Center. Day number 2 into the winners bracket semifinals. Girls play coming up. Booker T. Washington and Broken Arrow. Here are the starters for the Hornets. Again, they are 8-0 this season. They'll start a 5'5 junior, Kylan Johnson Cooper. Tierra Owens will start a 5'6 senior. But Carla Johnson, the Baylor commit, a 6' senior. Cache Brown, it's a 6' sophomore, and Ryan Mayberry, a 5'8 senior, is their starters for tonight's game. Again, it is Maracini, Dolan, and Bowen, Mathurin, and Jacobs for head coach Shane Coffey. He had a good run at Edmond Memorial High School. Most recently, had been an assistant at the University of Tulsa. They have wins over Sapulpa, Northwest Classen, Edmond North, Jinx, and Glenpool. Glenpool yesterday, they won it by a count of 70-48. So both of these teams, Dustin, cruised into the semifinals. And when I think the brackets were drawn up, this was the matchup we thought we would see.
No question. You know, talking about yesterday, Mackenzie Mathurin, how well she did. Rakaya Bowen is another player to keep an eye on, I think, for Broken Arrow arrow today. Went 3 of 4 from beyond the arc yesterday, finished with 16 points, nearly had a double-double, just 2 rebounds shy, finishing 16 and 8.
Johnson, we told you, had 21 points in the win over Hammond. 12 points from Tierra Owens. Their two double-figure scores. Mathurin had 32, but also in double figures was Marasini with 14 and 16 and 8 rebounds for Rakaya Bowen. Broken Arrow wearing the road uniforms, black, white, and gold. Booker T. Washington, the home white and orange trimmed in black. Hornets will go from left to right as we view here inside the BOK Center. And here we go. First possession of the night to Booker T. Washington. Quickly to the front court with it is Tierra Owens, their second double-figure score yesterday. Out high with it is Barrett. She'll swing it right side again to Owens. Broken Arrow in his zone to start the ball game. Half minute deep into the opening period. Looking back to their head coach now is Tierra Owens. Senior point guard for Booker T, expected to make some noise this year in Class 5A. Between the circles is Markayla Johnson. She'll get it down low. It's Keisha Brown, who spins and missed the shot, the rebound to Broken Arrow.
Boy, Brown had a good look at it, but that's good defense by the Tigers that forced her into that tough shot as they had 2 defenders collapse on her.
Brown wearing 20, not 22, as she was on the roster. Wing left into the front court is Dolan. Driving baseline is Marasini for the lay-in, and it's 2-0 VA.
Quick first step that time from Marasini. A nice job laying it up with the right hand from the left side.
There's another look at that quick step. That's the difference early. A minute in, 2-0 in favor of Broken Arrow. Tierra Owens holds left side. At the high post with it is Markayla Johnson. And there you see why Baylor loves her so much. Hit one just inside the head of the nail to tie the game at 2.
Johnson, of course, can score in the paint, but shows you there she's got the range knocking down that 17-foot jump shot.
5'5" senior point guard Macy Marasini into the front court. Left side it goes for Mathurin. Mathurin kicks it left wing side for Dolan. Dolan back out high to Jacobs. Bounces into the paint for Marasini, who pivots and had it raked out of her hands. There'll be a turnover for Broken Arrow. Quick one to the forecourt is Johnson. She'll skip it underneath for Brown. She goes up, hit the bottom of the backboard of the rebound to Rakaya Bowen.
And that was Rakaya Bowen with a great defensive play, able to come up with a block.
Bowen puts up a 3, and she does it at the other end, Dustin, as she rejected the ball off the bottom of the backboard on one end, knocks down a 3 to give BA the advantage.
Yeah, pretty impressive defensive possession coming up the block, coming back down to bury that open 3. Now 4 of 5 in this tournament from beyond the arc.
Mayberry to Owens between the circles against that sagging zone. We're 2 minutes, 10 seconds into the opening period. Tulsa Booker T. Washington with the possession. Mayberry with it out high, drives to the foul line, jump passes right quarter. Owens 3, pinballs home. Each team of the deuce and a trade. We're tied at 5, 2.5 minutes in.
That's a good job working against the zone that time, and you found the open shooter on the baseline, and Booker T. Washington able to capitalize for their 5th point of the game.
Marasini's pass stolen away by Mayberry. She goes one-on-one with Macy back the other way. Left-handed layup is good, and just like that, Dustin, 5 straight by Booker T. They're back on the high side.
That good defensive play from Mayberry, coming up with that steal, going coast to coast to lay it in off the glass to give the Hornets a lead.
Marasini foul on extended right wing. Peyton Dolan looks around the screen, now leads it back top of the circle. First touch of the ball came from Rakaya Bowen, or the second. She made a 3 on the previous possession, and now an illegal screen called against Bowen. That's going to be a turnover. First foul against Broken Arrow.
Yeah, Bowen a little bit too physical on that screen set that time, and that was right in front of the official, and able to come up with the foul that time. He saw it perfectly.
Rakaya is a physical player. You can tell by the way she handles herself out there on the floor. 8 rebounds yesterday. She was 6 of 14 shooting the win over Glenpool, the 4th or 5th ranked team in Class 4A, tallying 16 points. 5:10 to go in the opening period. Booker T. Washington has scored 5 straight since trailing a moment ago, 5-2. They lead 7-5 with possession, moving from left to right. Marasini pressures the basketball. Owens with it right side to Mayberry. Try to force it down low. The Tigers have the steal. Marasini slows it down, accelerates into the front court. She'll stop, put up a 3, back rims it for the top of the circle. Mayberry with a rebound, lost the handle on the way down, but it was last touched by Booker T. Washington, so it'll stay with the Tigers.
What if you're the Hornets, you catch a break there as Marasini in transition. Nobody picked her up, had an easy look at the 3 from the top of the key, but just missed.
Tasha Brown bounces it out high for Marasini. Booker T in his own defense. Wing left is Kennedy Glenn, or that was actually the 3rd, excuse me, with the 3. It's her first bucket, the second made triple of the night for Broken Arrow. 8-7, Tigers almost halfway through the opening period here for the BOK Center. Day number 2 of the 59th Annual Tournament of Champions, fueled by Quick Trip. And a turnover for Booker T. Washington, as that was an unforced mistake. Kylan Johnson-Cooper with her first touch offensively just fumbled it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was Tierra Owens that time. Maybe led her a little bit too wide out there towards the far sideline and an unforced error.
Despite forcing just 12 turnovers yesterday in the win over Hammond, Booker T. Washington, this is amazing, had a 34-3 advantage in points from turnovers. Maricini holds out front, halfway home through the first period, 8-7 VA. Left wing side of the basketball is Mathurin. He dumps it down low, going back door and up and in to the bucket is Taryn Jacobs.
Nice finish from Jacobs, but an even better feed that time from Mathurin's as she saw Jacobs cutting and hit the reverse layup.
There's a great look at Taryn's layup. Quick jumper, misses everything at the other end. Booker T gets the rebound and is fouled. And going to the free throw line will be Cache Brown. Peyton Dolan gets her first, second foul against Broken Arrow. So 2 free throws from Cache Brown, a 6-foot sophomore. Yesterday, she had 15 points and 6 rebounds. First free throw by Cache is up and good. Booker T was 6 of 13 on the line yesterday in the win over Hammond. First substitution sees Peyton Dolan depart the lineup, and Kate Wigington, a 5'6" senior, had 6 points yesterday and 6 assists checking in. Second free throw is good. So Booker T is now 2 of 2 at the line, and it's 10-9 in favor of the Tigers.
Now the Hornets throw a little bit of pressure here in the backcourt.
Maricini over the top, lobs it right side. Wigington fumbles it, runs it down on the baseline. Back out high. It's Rakaya Bowen. Bowen with a stationary dribble against the man-to-man Booker T pressure. Maricini, her job is to operate against this pressure tonight. Has done a good job so far. Mathurin back between the circles for Jacobs. She had the last bucket of the last possession. Maricini with it out high with 3:16 to go in the opening period. Good defense by Booker T, and they nearly get a steal out high. Driving around the defender is Mathurin. She'll flip it over her head, right baseline. Driving and scoring is Bowen. And soft touch as that would hit the rim and then rattled home.
Well, and all that started when Markayla Johnson gambled for the steal. It allowed Rakaya Bowen to take it to the baseline and hit that open jumper.
2:54 to play, first period, 12-9. Broken Arrow, that's their biggest lead of the contest, or equals it. Their earlier was 5-2. Head of the circle with it is Markayla Johnson. Down low to a Cutting Brown, and she's going back to the free throw line where she's 2 for 2.
That's already
with her first.
I was going to say that's already now the third team foul against Broken Arrow. No fouls yet against Booker T. Washington.
Cache Brown rattles the first free throw home to keep Booker T. Washington perfect for the line. They are a pretty good foul shooting team, up over 68% in their first 8 wins this season. Second one is up, and it is good. A win would give Booker T a chance to win their third TOC championship, their first since 2019. The other came back in 2008. 2:45 to play here with the first period. Wigington with it out high. Left slot, Taryn Jacobs, and she throws it away, looking on the backboard cut for Wigington.
That was a good idea from Taryn Jacobs. Just sailed that one right over the head, too far out in front of Wigington that time. If she is able to catch in the paint, has an opportunity for a layup.
Tiana Butler, the 6'1" sophomore, checks in. 15 minutes, 2 steals, and assists, and a block yesterday in the 64-45 quarterfinal win over Hammond. 2.5 to go opening period. Todd Miller, Dustin Goodnow, Tyler Kerr producing our broadcast here tonight. Wing right is Butler. She looks on the baseline, gives it off for Brown. Cashaw, right side. Johnson for 3, front rims it. And weak side with the rebound is Owens. She'll dribble back out to the wing. Good work by Tierra Owens. Yesterday she had a couple of rebounds, but 8 assists. She drives again, should have gotten another assist there, but the layup was blown by Brown. Broken Arrow leads by 1 with the basketball to the front court. Screen right. Mathurin drives around. Now works back left of a screen from Jacobs. Her 15-footer, no good. Stick back was partially blocked underneath. And the rebound of Booker T. Washington. Owens quickly to the forecourt to Johnson. Cuts left and is hit hard and knocked to the floor. They're going to call a travel.
Oh, wow. That's a little bit surprising. I think to the crowd expected a foul to be called as Markayla Johnson and went down, but the official says, hey, it's a travel before the foul.
We're looking at the replay, Dustin. Mathurin got her hand in there on the ball. She didn't dislodge it, but it threw off the timing of Johnson. I think did indeed cause her to take an extra step. Marasini with the ball, left of the screen from Jacobs out high. She's open from 15, misses that one long. Rebound volley to the air, and Butler has it. Here comes Booker T. Washington. They want to run. And Johnson runs it down, but throws it back into the possession of Broken Arrow, and then a travel called against the Tigers in the backcourt. Soraya Matthew, a 5'8 sophomore, is now out there for BA. They lead by a point, and this thing's gotten a little bit sloppy here with 1:22 to go in the first period. Booker T will inbound. Lomack triggers it off in the backcourt. Markayla Johnson with the top of the circle. Feeds it right side. They'll work around the perimeter. Lomack again. Back to Owens to Lomack. Left-handed three. Good for the right corner.
Well, you listened to her head coach say, be ready to shoot it. They went right back to her and drilling that open jumper on the right baseline.
Made a basket for Lomack in the tournament, that's her first made three or second basket of the tournament. 52 seconds to play in the first period. Down the paint goes Dolan. Nearly threw it away. Ball picked up by Matthew, and now a whistle with a foul out high, and that's going to go against Damari Lomack. That'll be her first, and the first against the Hornets, Dustin, with 47.5 seconds to play in the first period.
Well, that's a little surprising because they've been playing extremely, physical on the defensive end, which you've seen through the first almost 8 minutes here.
So Ryan Matthew to trigger it inbounds to Marasini. 45 seconds to play opening period. Booker T, as you see on the screen, leads by 2. Equals their biggest lead of the ball game. Soraya Matthew, a sophomore, leaves it out front for Marasini. Now it's Jacobs. They leave it to the high post. Mathurin tries to drive right back left, uses a behind-the-back dribble. Look at the defense that time by Owens. Mathurin gives it up. A little runner for Marasini. Too strong in the baseline. Rebound to Jacobs. Who pivots and goes back up and in.
That's a great up and under move that time from Taryn Jacobs, but good work to get the offensive rebound and the stick back for BA to tie it up.
12 seconds to play here in the first period. We're tied at 14. Booker T will play for the final shot. Tierra Owens with it right front court. 5 seconds to play here in the first period. Owens drives, kicks it right corner. 3 is an air ball, and that will do it as Broken Arrow. Soraya Matthews controls the miss. An air ball from Cache Brown. So we will start the second the way we began the basketball game. A tie score. Booker T and Broken Arrow at 14. We're back after these messages on Squirtle.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Welcome back to the BOK Center. Number one in the books. Let's go through some numbers for you for the first quarter. Rakaya Bowen finishing with 5 to lead in scoring for Broken Arrow, 4 from Taryn Jacobs. Mathurin with 3, 2 from Marasini. On the other side for Booker T, led in scoring by Cache Brown with 4, 2 apiece from Markayla Johnson and Ryan Mayberry, 3 from Womack, and 3 from Johnson Cooper.
Broken Arrow with the basketball. We're tied at 14. Each team has made 2 threes. Broken Arrow with 2 more made field goals. Both teams shooting well, 40% or better through 8 minutes. They turn, get it down low. The shot from Mathurin hangs on the rim and falls off. Booker T. Washington with a rebound. Out of the pack with it is Mayberry. Hornets have a chance to retake the lead. Broken Arrow's led by as many as 3. Biggest separation between the two favoring Booker T has been 2. 7.5 to play first half. Open 3 left wing. Skips off, no good. Rebound weak side for the Tigers. They'll throw it up ahead. The pass a little too far, and then a foul called against Bowen going for the loose basketball. It's going to be Rakaya's second foul. 4th against the Tigers here in the ball game of the first and the second period.
Pleading our case there with the official a bit, but just maybe a little too aggressive that time if you're Rakaya Bowen. But keep an eye on that now with 2 early fouls in this one.
7:19 to play here in period number 2. Todd Miller, Dustin Goodham with the crew with you. We are on semifinal Friday night here at the 59th playing of the Tournament of Champions. Girls have been part of this event since 1999. 2001, the last time Broken Arrow was in it. Booker T. Washington was last in it in 2021. Elbow line jumper is good from Markayla Johnson, and she has 4.
Yeah, impressive move off the dribble that time from Markayla Johnson, showing that mid-range game here in the first half.
Bowen a handoff, ends it around in the third, screen out high. Now McKenzie pops out wing right. Booker T's defense has just been suffocated here early. The third with a left-handed dribble gets into the paint, trying to bounce it across the floor. It's off the leg of a teammate and out of bounds. Good effort by Bowen, who tried to dive to save the possession.
But it's been the defense for Booker T so far here in the first 10 minutes of play. They have, as you said, been suffocating on the defensive end, getting loose balls, coming up with, getting their hands in the passing lanes, coming up with steals. So impressive start for Booker T on the defensive end.
Between Glenpool and Broken Arrow, 40 turnovers yesterday, 18 for Broken Arrow. Points from turnovers, 25-11 Tigers. So they have feasted off the other team's mistakes, as has Booker T. Washington, 34-3 in that category yesterday. Johnson Cooper's 3 is an air ball for the left quarter. The rebound out of bounds, last touched by Booker T. Washington. Kylen Johnson Cooper scrambling for the rebound, couldn't get it back in bounds. 6:15 to play here in the first half. 16-14. Winner plays the winner of Lincoln Christian at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Wing left with the basketball is Mathurin. Doing a lot of dribbling. Cross courts it for Peyton Dolan. Hands it back to McKenzie. Mathurin on the baseline. Cut off there. Good defense by Mayberry. They pull it back out. Bounce it to Maracini left side. Now they will post on the block. Bowen, and she turns and scores.
Tough shot that time from Micaiah Bowen, but another good defensive possession by Booker T. Washington, but a better shot from Bowen that time on the offensive end.
5.5 to play first half. We're tied at 16. Already we've had 4 lead changes and 4 ties. Between the rings with it is Markayla Johnson. Down high, Tierra Owens. Owens will skip it cross court for Mayberry. Driving deep, Johnson Cooper. Good feed for the lay-in. That's Brown. Her first basket to go with 4 free throws, and Shane Coffey wants a timeout. 5:20 to play in the first half. 18-16 for the 59th Annual Tournament of Champions, fueled by Quick Trip and powered by Sportle.
Looking to jumpstart your career affordably?
Winner of this game, as we told you, will face the winner of Lincoln Christian Fort Gibson. The losers will play tomorrow night in the girls' third place game. Not much separation, Dustin, between Broken Arrow and Booker T so far. 18-16 Hornets. Maracini, left of a screen from Jacobs. Dances top of the circle. Left wing Dolan. She'll trigger a 3. That one's a little too strong. Jacobs, weak side. One hands the rebound. And we're cutting Maracini, who throws it up and in off the window. And Macy will get a bang for her bucket.
That's a tough shot from Maracini to take the contact, but also great work on the offensive glass again. Taryn Jacobs keeping the possession alive and finding Maracini cutting to the basket. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Johnson Cooper with a foul, her first. Team number 1 here in the second period. Maracini's foul shot is up and it's good. From the free throw line, she's now 3 of 3 in 2 games here with the TOC. 11 minutes into the first half and nothing has been decided. We're deadlocked at 18. Owens across midcourt, guarded by Maracini. Maracini switches hands, now they double. She quickly gets it out of her hands to Mayberry, top of the circle. Kylen Johnson Cooper to Mayberry. Right side to Owens. Broken Arrow did a good job mixing up the defenses.
They are everything out beyond the 3-point line right now for Booker T. Washington.
Owens pump fakes, drives left. Cross court to the far wing to Markayla Johnson. She'll jump pass back right side to Owens. To Johnson, who ducks to the paint. Layup good. She'll get it and one.
But you know what? You got to give him credit for being patient that time and finding Markayla Johnson cutting into the paint. That's just too easy when she gets it in deep like that.
Yeah, you can't stop her when she's that in close. She's too strong, too athletic. She gets it and one, and this would give Booker T. Washington a 2-point lead. Johnson yesterday, as part of her 21 points, got to the foul line 5 times, was 4 of 5, and the free throw's up, and it's good. So Booker T. Washington, a 4-point advantage from the stripe. They are 5 of 5. Broken Arrow is 1 of 1. 21-19, Booker T. Down high, Mathurin. She'll drive left around a screen. Off balance, scoops it up and in off the window. We'll get another look at that, but that was incredible.
That was an incredible play by Mathurin. I didn't think there's any way she was going to be able to get that ball up, and then throws it perfectly right off the glass inside the square for the easy 2.
And a timeout call by Booker T. Washington with 4 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll take this break on the 59th Annual Tournament of Champions, fueled by Quick Trip and powered by Squirtle.
Looking to jumpstart your career affordably? Tri-County Tech is the place. Our award-winning school, powered by OK Career Tech, offers top-notch instructors and job placement support to help you secure your dream job. Join the workforce sooner with our programs, especially in high-demand fields like construction and healthcare. We provide quick and easy in-house financial assistance for most programs. With our new flexible year-round schedule for working adults, you can achieve your goals at your own pace. Classes start soon, so visit tricountytech.edu/adult and start your journey today.
Are you looking for a local
I misspoke on one thing. I said that Booker T had not been to the Tournament of Champions since 2021. That's not true. I called one of their games last year. They were here and went 1-2. They won the first round over Kiefer, an injury-riddled Class 2A school. They then lost by 2 to Edmond Memorial and by 16 to Sapulpa in the third-place game, finishing 4th. All-time, the record 15-6 here in Tulsa. Right side, Ryan Mayberry. She'll bounce it top of the goal for Markayla Johnson. Johnson looks for a screen, gets one from Brown, now moves back left. Follow-away jumper is good for the top of the circle.
Well, you can't give her an inch or she takes a mile and buries another mid-range jump shot. This one just inside the top of the key.
Markayla with 5 straight. Johnson now leads all scorers with 9. Booker T back in front by a deuce, 23-21. Rakaya Bowen holds it right side and gambling for the steal out high, but a foul as Owens bumped into and made contact with Mathurin.
Still only just the second team foul against the Hornets.
Tiana Butler is going to come back in, and go to the bench will be Mayberry. So both teams have used 2 to 3 players in terms of substitution roles here in the first half. Under 3.5 to go before the break. Booker T leads 23-21, but Broken Arrow with possession. Macy Maracini already with 5 points. Feeds it left side for Mathurin. Mathurin drives left to the baseline, drives underneath the basket, and then had it knocked out of her hands. Owens speeds back the other way for Booker T. Driving left, a little runner up. That's an air ball. And rebound to Booker T. They tried to get a little in-close jumper from Tiana Butler. It wouldn't drive. And at the other end, Jacobs goes up and is fouled. Hornets thought they had a clean block, but it's going to cost Tiana Butler her first foul.
Yeah, I think Butler would tell you that she got all ball there, but may have just got a little bit of the hand of Jacobs. But another good, what could have been an assist that time for Maracini on the dump pass underneath.
They just showed the replay of that. You could see Butler thought it was all ball. Taryn Jacobs has 4 points. She goes to the line for a couple. Chance to tie this game again. First one is up, but it's no good. Broken Arrow yesterday from the free throw line was there 14 times and hit 12. They're 1 of 2 here today. They outscored Glenpool by 7 at the line and taking 2 more free throw attempts. Second one is good. So Jacobs has her 5th point, and it's 23-22 Hornets.
Tell you what, give credit to Jacobs. Got the start today over Wigginton, who started yesterday and has played well in his first start here at the Tournament of Champions.
Owens with her right hand of the air, walks it left to right as we sit and watch. Across midcourt here at the BOK Center, a world-class venue hosting the best basketball tournament in the state of Oklahoma. Owens whips it to Lomack right side. Lomack, as they almost got a steal with Maracini out high, now gets it to Markayla Johnson. Johnson looking for a screen. Now they roll the screener. Brown, she's covered up. They try to cross-court it and throw it out of bounds.
Well, those skip passes across the court sometimes the toughest ones, and it's just, again, one of those middle errors that you've seen on Booker T. Washington with that zone of BA.
We saw a possession earlier, Dustin. You commented on about the patience of the Hornets. That's the way you have to attack this Broken Arrow defense. They're not going to give you anything easy. Into the front court, Maracini pivots and lobs it. Driving right and banking it home is Mathurin.
Oh, I love that back door. Again, Mathurin cuts out and then cuts back towards the basket, and Maracini finds her perfectly for that shot off the glass.
Saw the replay. Good soft touch for the Michigan commit. 1:55 to play in the first half. 24-23 Broken Arrow. Hand off right side. Kamari Lomack to Butler. She holds right slot. Now she'll cross court it. Lomack will put up a left-handed three. She's hit one, misses that one. A rebound tipped, but back out of bounds. Last touch by Brown.
But if you're Broken Arrow defensively, you're going to live with that shot from the left wing and that three instead of allowing maybe Johnson to get into the paint.
Mayberry's back in. Johnson Cooper returns for Booker T. Soraya Matthew checks back in for Broken Arrow. 24-23 Tigers with 1:36 to play here in the first half. Pretty good basketball here today. Big upset, though. 6-8 Edmond Memorial is headed to the seventh-place game. Left quarter three rattles off from Wigington. Rebound underneath to Johnson. Here comes Booker T up the left sideline. Hornets trying to get something easy, and Broken Arrow gets back. 1:15 to play in the half. Out high is Johnson. She'll measure that three. Back rim's a little strong, and Jacob seals for the miss. Up the right sideline is Maracini. Gets it into the hands of Mathurin. She'll drive left, lays it up against Johnson. That's a terrific matchup. It wouldn't go. Ball tipped to the air. Booker T has it. Out of the pack, Lomack. Kamari drives down. Now flips it overhead. The ball deflected. Johnson was standing right there. Goes up and is fouled.
I wasn't sure how that pass even got to Johnson, but she's able to come up with it and draw the foul going up towards the rim.
Good on their best player, Mackenzie Mathurin. 5'10 senior will send Markayla Johnson to the line where she's 1 of 1. 1 to tie, 2 to retake the lead with under a minute to go here in the first half. Of the first one is good. Kennedy Glenn now will check into the ball game. A 5'8 sophomore, 5 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal yesterday in limited duty against Hammond. That Hornets 67-45 victory. Booker T, the designated Tulsa host school this year, both their boys and girls in the event. Johnson hits the second. She has 11. 25-24 Hornets. 46 seconds to go here in the first half. Maracini slows it down. Wigington handles it right side against the man-to-man. Now it's Matthew between the circles to Maracini. Lob pass, Wigington to the corner. Dribbles back to the wing. Funnels a pass to Mathurin. Mathurin looking for a screen. Looks up. 26 seconds to play here in the first half. Now the Michigan commit drives left and lays it up and draws the foul.
And that was all set up ISO that time for Mathurin. And, kudos to her for attacking the basket and drawing the foul and have opportunity to give BA back the lead if she can hit both of these.
Kylan Johnson-Cooper collided with Mathurin and both went to the floor. Kylan gets her second foul, and McKenzie goes to the line for the first time. Looking for her 8th and 9th point. First free throw back rim's no good. A lot of D1 girls talent here on display this weekend. If you hadn't made it over to Tulsa or you live in the area, get out here and it's worth the price of admission. Drew over 14,000 of the opening day yesterday, we heard. Second free throw, no good. Booker T with a rebound. They lead by 1.
Missed opportunity there, I think, for BA.
Johnson Cooper dribble stationary out front. Now they get it into the hands of Markayla Johnson. Puts her finger in the air, now goes to work. 8 seconds to play in the half. Johnson drives left, backs it out of the wing. 4 seconds to go. She nearly threw it away as it was kicked out of bounds by Maracini with 2.4 seconds to go.
It's a nice defensive play from Maracini, and now it's going to force Booker T to inbound over here on the near side, a little bit further away from the basket. They'll have to go quickly.
Johnson Cooper to inbound, lobs it back door. The ball deflected out of bounds, and for a brief second, Kamari Lomack was sneaking in for the backside.
Yeah, BA had just got to her in just enough time to knock that one out of bounds, or that was a layup for Lomack.
Shane Coffey says, hey, we deflected it off of them. He's not going to win that argument. It'll be BT basketball as they get it to a cutting Mayberry who lays it in at the buzzer. There's a look at Ryan Mayberry as she leads her team to the tunnel at halftime. And Broken Arrow trails by their biggest deficit, 27-24.
Well, and they know that is not going to make Coach Shane Coffey very happy going to the half now after giving up a layup on the inbound. Great set play from Booker T. Washington, and Mayberry capitalizes the horn sounds.
How about that? With a little more than 2 seconds to play, Booker T. Washington inbounded side in underneath and then got the lay-in and lead by 3 at the break. 27-24 our score in a matchup of 5A and 6A powers in the state of Oklahoma. The Hornets over the Broken Arrow Tigers. We'll be back with first half numbers after this break. It's the 59th annual Tournament of Champions, fueled by Quick Trip and powered by Squirtle.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Brahms is bringing the heat. Introducing Brahms' new spicy chicken sandwiches. Flavor this good just can't be beat. Brahms' crispy, tender, spicy chicken delivers just enough kick to ramp up our original recipe. Get it regular or club style with crispy bacon and American cheese. Add on Brahms sauce for that extra burst of heat, and you have spicy chicken sandwich perfection, because nothing is better than Brahms.
Born and raised in Edmond, Oklahoma, Trevor Randall is very familiar with the area and the Oklahoma economy. Trevor enjoys helping customers just like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits their needs, with over 19 years of experience to help you better understand the options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. So give Randall Insurance Agency a call at 405-341-7878 and let us help you get the protection you need with the service you deserve.
The proof starts here at Upper Crust. The details are deliberate, perfectly on purpose. From that warm greeting to the wood-fired smoky char of our signature pies. Upper Crust, gather round.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
As you travel down the road of the gold ball, know that you can always get a slam dunk of a deal at Jansen GMC on North Van Buren in Enid. It's always a smooth ride in a 2020 GMC Sierra, Canyon, Yukon, Terrain, or Acadia. Jansen's offers one of the best lineups of used cars, trucks, crossovers, and SUVs in Enid. Check JansenGMC.com for details. Drive a little, save a lot at Jansen GMC, 2602 North Van Buren in Enid.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Are you out of high school and looking for a career? At Tulsa Tech, you can explore exciting opportunities in IT, aviation, automotive, manufacturing, visual arts, and more. And Tulsa Tech offers a tuition-free scholarship for adults 18 to 23 years old. That's what I said, free. It's called the Accelerating Independence Scholarship. It's like fast-tracking into a career you love, can make money in, and a career with a future. Find out more about Tulsa Tech's Accelerating Independence Scholarship at tulsatech.edu.
Welcome back to the BOK Center here at halftime. Booker T leading Broken Arrow 27-24 as we go through your halftime statistics. Yet for the Broken Arrow Tigers, going 10 of 20 in the first half, 50%, 2 of 5 from 3, 40%. They were 2 of 5 from the free throw line for 40% in half number 1. Led in scoring by Mackenzie Mathurin with 7, Rakaya Bowen with 7 as well, 5 from Aracini, and 5 points from Taryn Jacobs round to scoring for the Tigers. They had 13 total rebounds, 4 offensive, 9 defensive. Leading the team in rebounds in the first half was Taryn Jacobs with 4, 3 of those coming in the offensive end. 5 assists to 7 turnovers. Aracini leading the way with 3, no blocks, and 2 steals in the first half for Broken Arrow. On the other side for the Hornets, Booker T. Washington, they were 9 of 20, 45% from the floor, 2 of 7 from 3, 28%. They were perfect from the foul line, 7 of 7 in the first 16 minutes of play. Markayla Johnson leading the team in scoring, leading all scorers in the game with 11 points, 6 from Brown, 4 from Mayberry, 3 from Lomack, and 3 points from Johnson Cooper. They had 9 total rebounds in the first half, 2 offensive, 7 defensive. Leading rebounders in the first half were Lomack, Mayberry, and Owens, both with 2 each. 6 total assists to just 5 turnovers. Tierra Owens led the team with 3 in the first half. The 1 block belonging to Johnson Cooper. They also came up with 3 steals in the first half, 2 of those belonging to Tierra Owens to lead the team. Tied after 1 at 14-14, Booker T outscores Broken Arrow 13-10 in quarter number 2 to take a 27-24 lead here at halftime. Other numbers, Broken Arrow in the first half, leading in points in the paint, 12-8 over Booker T. Both teams with 7 points each off turnovers. Broken Arrow led in second chance points with 8-2 over Booker T. Fast break points belong to the Hornets 2-0, and bench points in favor of Booker T. Washington in 3-0. Score was tied 7 times. We also had 7 lead changes again here in the first 16 minutes of play. 27-24, Booker T leads Broken Arrow here at halftime. We'll take another break, get you ready for quarter number 3 coming up after this as we continue coverage of the 59th Annual Tournament of Champions right here at the BOK Center on Squirtle.tv.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Hill Spring Church in Sand Springs, we'd like to invite you to join us for one of our worship services, Sunday morning at 10 a.m. at the Charles Page High School Auditorium.
You can worship with us online at our website, hillspring.tv, our YouTube channel, or on Facebook Live.
We offer exciting programs for kids of all ages and a fun family atmosphere where it's easy to connect and find a place to belong.
Join us this Sunday. We'll save you a seat.
Hill Spring Church, making a difference together.
For a lot of people with a fear of their credit score.
Welcome back here at halftime inside the BOK Center. Dustin Goodall alongside Todd Miller getting you set for the second half. Booker T. Washington and Broken Arrow. Let's kind of go through the bracket earlier today. In the 9 a.m. game, you had Glenpool knocking off Hammond 67-51 to move on the consolation fifth place game. They'll take on Quinton after upsetting Edmond Memorial. Again, that'll be tomorrow at noon. The 9 a.m. 7th place game will take Hammond and Edmond Memorial on the girls' side. Again, still waiting on the two games here on the winner's side of the bracket. Of course, Booker T. Washington Broken Arrow will play the winner of Lincoln Christian and Fort Gibson. On the guys' side, you look at earlier today, at 10:30, it was Crossings Christians blowing out OK 75-46 and Dale walloping Wilson 81-50. I know you got to see that, Todd, and that's an impressive bounce back after a tough loss, I know, yesterday.
It was in a 1:30 game, Dustin, after you laid so much out. I know the team and the players were really down, and I talked to Jeff Edmondson earlier today. I said, how are you feeling? He goes, still not great. He said, maybe we can get a couple wins and get out of here. I'll feel maybe a little bit better. But they thought, and it certainly could have gone either way yesterday with Weatherford.
Of course, OK will take on Wilson tomorrow in the 7th place boys game at 10:30. On the winner's side of the bracket, of course, coming up later on tonight at 5:30, right after this one, Booker T. Washington and Oklahoma City Millwood. And the final game on the boys' side, Weatherford and Owasso. Looking forward to that one. I think it's going to be two terrific matchups on the boys' side.
This is my 3rd time to the boys' tournament of champions in as many years, and I think this field is as good as it's been. And I think that is indicative of the 4 teams that are in the winners' bracket semifinals, especially in boys' play. Booker T and Millwood. If you don't know this is the top 2 winningest programs in state history in terms of titles. Weatherford, they think they can win it all. They thought they probably should have won it the last 2 years at 4A. And I think they're really going to test that Owasso ball club with that long, athletic 1-3-1 zone. Here we go. Hornets lead it by 3 at halftime, and they will have the basketball as we watch moving from right to left here inside the BOK Center in downtown Tulsa. All 24 games. We are halfway through day number 2, exclusively and free live here on Squirtle. Down low with the basketball. Here's Brown, and she throws it away. So immediately a turnover. Booker T gives it away for the 6th time. They forced 7 in the first half.
Yeah, tried to force that one into too much traffic, and Jacobs was right there for it.
Mathurin around a high screen, able to wedge her way between 2 defenders and draws a foul on the way to the basket. So Mackenzie Mathurin will get 2 free throws, and that foul is against Mayberry. It's her first. Against Booker T and Dustin, they've been very, very aggressive defensively. That is only the 5th foul that has been called today against the Hornets.
Very surprising, and give credit also Broken Arrow, only 7 turnovers that they've had so far in the first 16, 17 minutes of play against that defense.
They're actually calling the foul on the floor. I thought she was in the act of shooting. So Broken Arrow is going to have to inbound, and Shane Coffey, the head coach for BA, is saying the same thing. Inbounds pass to Dolan out front, down to Maracini. Down to Mackenzie Mathurin. She'll put up a 3 and got it. Closing late was Owens. Can't give her that much daylight. Mathurin, who had 32 yesterday, has 10 today.
Well, and that was a deep 3. Mathurin that time showing the range, knocking down that one to tie it up at 27.
7-11 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Winner will face the winner of Fort Gibson, Lincoln Christian. Doug Nelson will have that call for you a little bit later tonight here on Squirtle. Owens around the top of the circle. Left circle, Mayberry. Her 3, too strong. Johnson Cooper with the rebound goes up and a foul as she ends up on the floor.
You got the 3 that you wanted off the set play from Mayberry from the left wing. Had the open look, not able to knock it down, but then you have Johnson Cooper, one of the smaller players on the court, come up with that offensive rebound in front of 2 defenders.
Mathurin has her 2nd personal foul, the first of the 2nd half against Broken Arrow. They call it on the floor, so inbounding will be Ryan Mayberry. She hit the basket late in the first half to send Broken Arrow to a 3-point deficit at halftime. Tierra Owens with it against that pushed out zone. Cross courts it for Johnson, the Baylor signee. Johnson in the first half with 11 points to lead all scorers. Her fellow D1 counterpart Mathurin had 7 apiece the Tigers in the first half. This game is being played now at a snail's pace. As Coach Atkinson is up directing traffic. Marcarla Johnson spins. Turnaround jumper from 11 is good. Boy, she is really, really good.
Well, the tough part that is for BA, there's really no way to defend that. That's just a better shot from Marcarla Johnson and showing why she's going to go Division I next year.
At Baylor University, local fans will be able to watch her in the Big 12. Mathurin throws it away. Try to wedge it down low in traffic. Mayberry with the interception. Up ahead to Johnson. Cut off right baseline. Now to a trailer. The scoop shot missed that time by Johnson Cooper. Follow shot no good. Underneath, and then it's taken away again by Brown. Brown feeds it to Cooper, cutting back door. The shot was blocked, and Broken Arrow has the basketball. Maracini Slides left, dumps it across the paint. Layup is good for Micaiah Brown.
Well, that's a great pass from Marasini. Sucked the defense in. They thought she was going to go for the layup, and then just the dump pass over to the right block for the easy two.
Partner, how about that 4-point swing? Should have been 2 at that end. They get the block and get the run-out layup with the other to tie the game at 29. Johnson lost the handle on the way up. That'll be a turnover. Marasini up ahead to Matherin for the lay-in. Just like that, it's 4 straight for the Tigers, and they have wrestled a 3-point deficit away from Booker T. Washington to take a 2-point lead.
Boy, what a run right now. The Broken Arrow's on it. It's starting on the defensive end as they break out and get these layups in transition.
Kiera Owens has just 1 3-point basket at 12 yesterday at over 20 minutes of play. In Booker T's win over Hammond 67-45. Again, Hammond had a 20-point, 20-rebound double-double from their outstanding post player yesterday, but they are headed to the 7th-place game. Brown airballs a 15-footer on the baseline. Macy Marasini with a rebound. Up the right sideline. Now it's going to slow it down with under 5 to play here with the period. Broken Arrow nursing a 2-point lead. Marasini with a stationary dribble. Now attacks right, throws it up, and they're going to call her for a travel.
That's a tough call, I think, on Marasini that time, but may have just shuffled the feet a little bit. Well, I don't know. It's kind of a tough call looking at the replay of that one.
4:40 to play here in the third period. Todd Miller, Dustin Goodnow, Tyler Kerr. Good to see Tyler. We get a chance to work with him from time to time, but a recent OSU grad now putting that education to good use. She's working with you and I.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, what better way to spend your Friday afternoon?
Especially when you're 20-some years old, right?
Yeah.
Johnson hoist went up, and she nailed it over Mathurin for the left circle. Markayla with her first 3.
Yeah, it's just a better shot as Mathurin had good defense, got a hand in her face as she goes for the answer.
And the answer from Mathurin way out front left circle.
Well, anything you could do, I could do better, says Mackenzie Thurin. That's a big shot as BA goes back on top by 2.
34-32 at the halfway point here with the third period. Winner again plays either Lincoln Christian or Fort Gibson tomorrow night at 7. The losers will play in the third-place game. And we'll have all of it for you here on Squirtle. Markayla Johnson, top of the circle. Mayberry for 3, bricks that one. Rebound to Bowen.
Well, they've set Mayberry up a couple of times here in the third quarter. Cannot cash in on those threes, though.
Bowen bricks a 3, wide open left wing side, but Mathurin sneaks in for the rebound and resets right wing in front of her own bench. Now on the baseline with it is Peyton Dolan. Dolan drops it down low to Jacobs, turns left, goes left, layup with a hand. Offhand is good.
Well, giving up a little bit on the size to Bailey Braxton, but used that quickness to get around her to throw up that shot with the left hand.
It was actually blocked. She flipped it up with her right hand, not the offhand. She now has 7 points. First here of the second half. Broken Arrow by 4. It's their biggest lead of the ball game. Booker T needs to slow down a little bit, take a breath. Tiara Owens will lob it to the high post right. Bailey Braxton, a 6'2 senior. Out there, handles it. Her pass knocked into the back. That was actually Johnson who had the pass knocked back into her face. She picks it up, gets it to Johnson Cooper. Now they have a broken floor. Left corner for 3. That one is an air ball. And the rebound to Booker T. Washington.
Another missed 3 from Mayberry that time.
Yeah, she hit one earlier, but she struggled since. Mathurin with it, right wing side for Marasini. Back to McKenzie, thought about a 3, covered up by Johnson. Now she drives left, layup is good.
Boy, she just blew right by Braxton. That first step that time, so quick for Mathurin and laid it in off the glass. And how about BA with a 6-point lead?
Boy, they have to take the timeout. 38-32, 2.5 to go with the third. Semifinal number 1 of the 59th Annual Tournament of Champions, fueled by Quick Trip and powered by Squirtle.
For a lot of people with a fear of their credit score and wanting a new or used car loan, this is the last place that one wants to be. Well, at Western Sun Federal Credit Union, a marginal credit score doesn't necessarily mean no. In fact, they have a terrific record of getting members approved, and all it requires is this. Give Western Sun a look for low rates and a fast response. I doubt you'll be disappointed. WSFCU.com.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company. Older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you, and small enough to know you. We've been around since 1901, proudly serving the communities of Northwest Oklahoma and Southern Kansas. We're making banking easy. Whether you're at home, in the office, or waiting for the next quarter to start, our online or mobile banking options help you to juggle busy schedules and financial needs. So stop by and see us at any of our locations in Alva, Burlington, Freedom, Enid, and Kiowa, Kansas. We plant roots where others have branches. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
No matter what comes our
14-5 Broken Arrow run. Dustin Goodnow has the Tigers up by the largest margin for either side today, 38-32. And how about Matherin? She's had her hands in it all. 10 points, 5.5 minutes here in the second half. A team in game high 17.
Yeah, whatever Coach Coffey said at halftime to these girls has clearly worked. The way they've started the third quarter, again, with just 2.5 minutes to go.
Took over the Broken Arrow job after being an assistant for some time at the University of Tulsa. Prior to that, he was in 6A basketball directing Edmond Memorial's girls. Lomack with it, top of the circle. Gets it to Brown out high. Brown top of the key. They'll put up another three. That one is off the front rim. No good by Kennedy Glenn. Broken Arrow has done a good job here in the second half, cleaning up the glass. It's one and done. Open three, Wigington skips off, no good. Weak side, Jacobs with a rebound. Feeds it to a cutter. Brown's shot hit the back rim. She gets it back, missed the follow-away one-handed stick back, and underneath, Owens controls the miss.
Boy, a couple of missed opportunities there for BA. Coming up with the offensive rebounds, working by Jacobs and Bowen, but couldn't cash in.
A runner at the other end, and they're going to bail her out with a foul. Owens is going to go to the free throw line for two.
I think they're going to get Wigington from behind.
Yep, that's her second personal foul. So Tierra Owens will go to the line for the first time. Trying to keep Booker T. Washington close and perfect for the line, and she hits the first.
No, you're struggling from the floor. This is one of those things that could maybe catch some rhythm, get you back into it from the floor if you can knock down your free throws.
9:41 to go in the ball game. We are late in the third quarter. Second free throw, no good. The broadcaster jinx continues. First miss and 9 free throw attempts today for the Hornets. Minute and a half to play, third period for the BOK Center. Right side, Mathurin with a basketball. She gets a screen left from Jacobs. Fires another three. Back rims that. Rebound tipped out by Wigington. To Jacobs in the paint. She misses too strong. Follow shot again by Bowen. And a foul underneath called against Booker T. No, they're going to call Bowen for a push-off, and that's her third.
Yeah, Bowen using that off arm that time to kind of create some space in front of Markayla Johnson. It was right in front of the official, and they caught it.
Tell you this, Dustin, if Booker T's going to come back, and they're only down 5 with a minute 20 to go in the third, they're going to have to tighten things up on the offensive glass because Broken Arrow really has owned this third period on the glass.
Now, they certainly have, and a lot of that has been done by Taryn Jacobs inside for BA.
Markayla Johnson, the Baylor signee, with a basketball out front. 70 seconds and counting to play here with the third period. Johnson pierces his own, muscles up from 6, in and out and back down.
That's a great one-on-one move and finish that time for Markayla Johnson. Blew right by the defender.
Matherin back the other way. Throws up a runner off balance, wouldn't go. Rebounded Johnson, who has 18 points. Johnson quickly back the other way. Right into Mathurin, and a foul called against, no, it's possession to Booker T. The ball was deflected out of bounds.
Kind of watching the replay, I actually thought it went off of Markayla Johnson. I didn't see anybody from BA actually get a hand on that one, but it's kind of a tough call on the baseline.
Well, Johnson did a good job immediately to sell it, which makes you think maybe it did go off of her. Johnson top of the circle. They work the perimeter. The ball deflected out of bounds, looking for Kamari Lomack in the corner. 44 seconds to play in the third. The lead was 6 for BA a moment ago, the biggest of the ball game. Since then, Booker T's cut it in half. It's 38-35. They'll inbound on the left low post. Lomack dribbles into traffic, was shoved as she hit the bottom of the backboard. She's going to the line for 2 more. And that foul will go against Wigington, who's picked up her third.
Yeah, you could have probably picked out a couple of different Tigers. Wigington that time is the one caught reaching in as you saw Cache Brown went up for that shot.
First free throw is up, and that one is good. So that cuts it to a 2-point lead, 38-36.
And again, now the free throw line, starting to get Booker T back in this game.
Second free throw is good. So Johnson gets both, or Brown gets both free throws. She's 6 of 6 at the line. Here comes Sanaya Hill into the ball game along with Mayberry. Incidentally, 4 fouls against Broken Arrow, so another foul even late in the third would give Booker T foul shots. Hornets have been whistled for just one.
Yeah, just one foul. And again, they haven't had a whole lot throughout the entire game.
Possession arrow favors the Tigers should any tie-up occur. Here we go, 40 seconds to play, third period. Mathurin in the backcourt. She has 17, 10 of the third period alone. Handles the basketball, shoots it right side for Matthew. They'll cross-court it for Maracini. On the wing, it's Wigington. Back to Macy. Maracini guarded by Lomack. Bounces right side for Matthew. 20 seconds to play now in the third period. Broken Arrow's lead at 38-32 a moment ago is down to just 1, thanks to 5 straight by Booker T. And a turnover for Broken Arrow. They try to cross-court it, and Matthew was open, Dustin, but the ball slithered through her hands.
She was, and give credit to the Hornets that time for forcing that. They ran 2 players that time, defenders, at Mathurin, and tried that pass into the corner. Like I said, Sarai Matthew was open, just right off her fingertips. Though.
Tigers will use full court pressure. They inbound to Mayberry. 5 seconds to play and a turnover here in the third period. Maracini, a heave for 3, rattles off top of the circle. Nobody can control the miss as the buzzer sounds. At the end of 3 and girls semifinal winners bracket game number 1. Broken Arrow 38, Tulsa Booker T. Washington 37. The 59th annual Tournament of Champions from downtown Tulsa is fueled by Quick Trip and powered by Squirtle.
No matter what comes our way, we'll always put you first. You're more than a patient. You're someone we care about. And we're working hard every day to keep you safe and continue to give you the best care so you can feel comfortable here. Not because Stillwater Medical is a healthcare provider, but because we're your provider. And we're ready to see you and serve you right here at home.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Feel safe and secure with Arlo Wireless Outdoor Camera.
Booker T. Washington closes the third period on a 5-0 run, erasing what had been the biggest lead for either school in the ballgame. At 38-32, Broken Arrow, possession a 1-point lead, will possess the basketball. And Rod Thompson, who has seen many games and participated in this tournament, joins us. How are you?
I'm doing good. Great atmosphere, great games going on.
This bracket, would you agree, one of the strongest fields on both sides that we've seen in a while?
Oh, definitely. And this is what you like. And before we even get into that, I just want to tell you guys have done a tremendous job with this broadcast. I watch a lot of broadcasts, so many people watching from different states. The replays, you guys do a tremendous job and really has made it enjoyable for the people who can't come out. So as a guy that's in TV a lot of times and watch this, you guys have done a tremendous job. And kudos to you guys at Squirtle.
Mathurin hits the basket. It's a 3-point lead. Your thoughts on the field this season?
Oh, definitely unbelievable. I think Mick Wilson does a tremendous job. He's very knowledgeable and has people around him that know the teams that you want to bring in, the matchups that you want to see. When you talk about this game right here, you got a Baylor commit along with a Michigan commit. I mean, in the atmosphere, and I always tell Mick all the time, the lights shine a little brighter at the Tournament of Champions, and they do. And I just think it's awesome that you guys are able to broadcast these games and be able to bring it to the people who can't, get out and see it.
Brown with a stick back, offensive put back, a quick 3 by Maracini at the other end, no good. Booker T. Washington controls the rebound. You have to love the David versus Goliath matchup like today, Quinton defeating Edmond Memorial, getting out to a 23-0 start. Brown has her shot blocked at one end, loose ball, picked back up by the Hornets, Tierra Owens.
Yeah, and that's what you love about the Tournament of Champions. As a young guy growing up at Beggs, I was fortunate to play in the Tournament of Champions, and that's what you always like to see. Big schools get to play the small schools and get out and be able to play in the outstanding atmosphere, the BOK Outstanding Center. But this is what you really love. You get the rural schools to be able to come. They bring the whole town, and I'm a small town guy. You always want to try to compete with the bigger schools, and the TOC has always been the outstanding place that you're able to do those things.
Mathurin misses a foul line jumper off the steal by Maracini, the long rebound out of bounds. This event has had many iterations, Rod. I mean, it's played at the fairgrounds. It's been played at Tulsa Memorial. It's been played at the Mabee Center. but this is just a terrific venue to showcase the talent in Oklahoma high school basketball.
Yes, it is. And I think they do a great job of leveling off the top spot, having this facility and what they're able to do, and so many people being able to come out with it being in the holidays. And I mean, it's just an awesome time, and all the support with you guys and all the people coming out to be able to support these young players. It means a lot, and it is a premier tournament when it comes to the state of Oklahoma.
Give us one of your favorite memories or two. I'm sure you've got a lot here.
Oh man, I do. Some of my favorite memories. So many games I've been able to come. I think one that I think it was a year ago, last year's matchup, a year before matchup with Owasso and Dale. I mean, that game was unbelievable. Also, when you had Keaton Page and Rodney Clark playing against each other. I mean, the line at the fairgrounds where it's outside of the building. But so many good ones. I mean, when you talk about the Booker T's and all the great history, I remember being young and David Tate from Beggs and I'm from Beggs, being able to come up and play. So, I mean, on and on the memories of the TOC and what it stands for and how it brings everybody together. And if it's Christmas time and it's the holidays, hey, it's the TOC plus Squirtle now. So hey, we got it covered.
Johnson fouls Bowen. Rakaya misses the first free throw. Your son played in this. That had to be special for you.
Definitely special to have my son play in this. I mean, he may be somewhere up there on the scoring list, but definitely to be able to see him play in this tournament. I mean, of course, with me playing in it in Beggs, it's always special to have your kid come out and be able to play. I think they won one and lost in the finals when he was at Booker T, But yeah, it was definitely fun to be able to see him play in a tournament that I esteem as the best, and I was fortunate to play in it myself.
Bowen hits one of two. It's a 2-point lead, but look at the All-American Johnson muscling up and dropping one in to tie the game at 41.
And how about that move by that young lady right there? We said hail to Baylor, outstanding player, plays with a lot of passion and enthusiasm. And Mathurin on the other side does the same, and that's that matchup that you want. What a game.
Booker T turning up the pressure. Marasiti with the left side. 4.5 to play in the ball game. Tied at 41. Winner plays in the finals tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Marasiti dribbling left wing will pull it back out front. How about the game tonight, Booker T and Millwood, two of the storied programs in boys basketball in a very rare matchup?
Well, I think that matchup is going to be unbelievable, and I think you make a great point when you talk about history, when you talk about what Booker T has done with state championships, Millwood has done with state championships, two outstanding teams, great coaches, and that was one of the things that you knew coming into the Tournament of Champions, that would be a possible matchup if they could get past that first round. I mean, so many people will be here for that game. So many people be watching on Squirtle to be able to watch that matchup, and it's going to be good. They have some outstanding players also on that team as you have a travel there. But with that Booker T Washington Millwood matchup, it's something that you want to see. I mean, they're right there in state championship, so that should be another good one. I know you're fired up for
that offensive, that second game between Weatherford and Owasso, that Weatherford zone. I mean, they've got college length. A 1-3-1 zone, I think it's really going to give the Rams some problems.
Yeah, it could give the Rams some problems because they're the one team that you may have in the state that could match up with Owasso size-wise. Nadi, he can get going. It'll be interesting. I'm sure they'll try to blanket him all over the court. And in that game is going to have to be some other guys really stepped up, because that's going to be an outstanding matchup, and both teams have a lot of experience.
Mathurin misses a 3 left wing. May bury the rebound. We're talking to Rod Thompson, who is a small school legend here in the state of Oklahoma and a member of some great teams that played here at the TOC as Booker T gets deep, but the shot knocked off of the Hornets out of bounds. So you're looking forward to the boys' semifinals tonight. The championship game should be as good tomorrow.
Oh, I think it'll be another epic game. And again, credit to Mick Wilson and what they've been able to do, Mick Wilson and his staff putting this together to get these matchups that people want a lot. You've been around sports. A lot of times you talk about teams and you don't get the matchups that you want. I think that's what's been so good about the Tournament of Champions, that it allows those matchups because they've been able to pick outstanding games, and you're able to have that when you have that matchup, and you only get it here at the TOC.
All right, last question. The Cowboys going to get it turned around time Big 12 play?
We hope so. I mean, they've been playing pretty good. Still need to iron some stuff out, with the portal the way it is, trying to get new guys acclimated and have role plays and how you have that. But, they play an exciting brand of ball. They play hard. Seem like the guys really like each other. Coach Lutz has done a tremendous job so far. Hey, and How about a tough test on Monday night when you're talking about Kelvin Sampson and the Cougars coming to town? So it doesn't get easy in the Big 12. So we'll see Monday night what happens. But, hey, I'll be there.
Good to see you.
Always
Thanks
good
for
seeing
visiting
you.
with us.
Anytime. And, again, you guys do a tremendous job
Thank
for
you.
so many. Appreciate you covering this.
Rod Thompson visiting
My
with us
man.
here as
You'll
we
see.
are at a timeout. Booker T. Washington and Broken Arrow tied at 41. Again, the winner trying to get to the championship and face either Lincoln Christian or Fort Gibson tomorrow night. Broken Arrow led 38-32. Since then, it is a 9-3 run by Booker T. Washington. Tigers have possession of the basketball. Marasini with it across the front court. Tightly guarded by Lomack. Marasini gets a little bit of a rub. Mathurin pops out right side. Her three on line, but a little short. Tierra Owens has the window for Booker T, and with 3:15 to play in the ball game, the Hornets can retake the lead. Johnson down the paint. Puts up a runner, back rimmed it, battles for the rebound. Brown runs it down to the baseline. Left wing side, Lomack for three. It hit the top of the backboard, almost the game clock, and it's going to be a violation, so Broken Arrow will get the basketball back. What a delightful man, Rod Thompson. Rod Thompson, always good to see him. I think you know who his son is?
Certainly do.
Yeah. Pretty good player.
He is a very good player.
One of the best players to come out of Oklahoma in this generation. Left side, Marasini. Booker T playing a man-to-man defense. Hornets with 2 fouls in the fourth. Broken Arrow with 1. This coming down to a perhaps final possession from Tulsa. Wigington with it left side. On the wing it goes for Peyton Dolan. Dolan will bounce it out high for Jacobs. Jacobs gets it to Marasini. Thought about a three. She's quickly covered up there by Johnson. This possession already, Dustin, has taken almost 40 seconds.
Yeah, it certainly has. Broken Arrow really taking the air out of the ball here.
Jacobs gets it to Marasini. Now she'll hand it off to Wigington, who curls over the top of the circle, misses long on a free throw line jumper. Rebound to Booker T and Mayberry. Up to Owens, and she overthrows Brown, who was streaking down the floor, so missed opportunity there. By the way, Rod says they're going to be listening from all around the country tonight, so good luck, my friend, with Booker T and
I was going to
Millwood.
say, yeah, now it puts a little pressure on Matt and I for that next one.
Dustin will do a great job with that. Big-time game. I think one of the best games probably in the state of Oklahoma this year, at least from a tradition standpoint. Taryn Jacobs, I'm going to be listening going home. Marasini with it, slot right, 2 minutes to play. Game tied at 41. Between the circles is Mathurin. She's cooled here in the second half after lighting up Tulsa Booker T. Washington for 10 of the third period. Marasini to Jacobs. Back to Marasini. It's through her hands. Picked up by Owens. One-on-one with Mathurin. And Mathurin blocked the shot but got her with a little bit of body. And McKenzie has her third personal foul.
And you know that's not a bad foul if you're Mathurin. Instead of just giving their layup, make her go to the free throw line and earn these two.
Owens is 1 for 2. In fact, she's been the only Hornet player to miss a free throw tonight. The other two, Johnson and Brown, are a combined 9 for 9 as a team. They're 10 of 11 from the stripe. They have been very good at this tournament as Booker T from the line. First free throw is up and it's good. Yesterday they were 6 of 13, but a lot of those came with some reserves late in the ball game. Booker T with 34 of the game's 37 points against Hammond yesterday in off turnovers. Owens rattles the second one out. There you go, Coach Goodnow. She gets 1 instead of 2. 42-41 with 1:33 to play, and Shane Coffey wants a timeout. We're back after these messages. It's the 59th annual Tournament of Champions, fueled by Quick Trip and powered by Squirtle.
Feel safe and secure with Arlo Wireless Outdoor Camera, available at Pioneer. Arlo offers top-notch protection with crystal clear video quality, rain or shine. Monitor your home from anywhere with remote smartphone access, whether you're at home or on the go. Arlo keeps you connected to what matters most. Trust Arlo and Pioneer to keep your home safe and secure. Visit gopioneer.com to get your Arlo wireless cameras today.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow, today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
Farming today isn't
Todd Miller, Dustin Goodo, Tyler Kerr, the entire Squirtle.tv crew with you for the 59th Annual Tournament of Champions. Arrow favors Booker T. Washington. Timeouts. The Hornets have 3, 2 for the Tigers, and Broken Arrow will have the ball in the front court. Rakaya Bowen, who tonight has 10 points, 7 of those in the first half, bounces it inbounds in the front court to Macy Marasini. Working against Lomack. Veers left, trying to throw it down low, and it's tipped away out of bounds. One of these two teams will be in the finals with an unblemished record. Will it be a 9-0 start for the Hornets or a 6-0 start for Broken Arrow? Inbound to Mathurin in the right quarter. Sheehan goes to the free throw line, is tied up, and there you go. The Arrow favors Booker T. I don't know if you're aware, Dustin, of who the athletic director is at Broken Arrow. Dustin Smith, Northwestern graduate, had been over in Arkansas for a long time and was
very familiar name.
Yeah, he was brought to Broken Arrow as the next AD. Saw him last night, at least from across the arena.
Tell you what, and that's about like being an AD at a college.
You're right. A lot of colleges don't have BA's enrollment. 1:05 to play. Into the front court is Markayla Johnson. Doing a lot of dribbling. Now Mathurin is out there with her. 1 minute to play. Johnson almost called for 5 seconds, and Booker T calls a timeout. We're going to keep it right here with 56 seconds to play. That leaves the Hornets with 2 timeouts and matches the 2 that the Tigers have coming down the stretch. If you're Broken Arrow, it's not necessarily a bad thing, especially if you're able to keep them off the board and get a chance to win it late, that you were able to get the tie-up, because the Arrow down the stretch, which could be very, very important, does favor BA.
And one thing, too, you only have 2 team fouls. You've got 3 more before they get to the bonus. You might see Broken Arrow come out here and get a couple of quick fouls just so they don't end up wasting a whole lot of time, and you've got some time left for yourself.
How about the 9 a.m. girls game? Edmond Memorial, one of the top teams in Class 6A, featuring an Oregon and a Creighton signee. They're going to be playing for 7th place, and their opponent will be Hammond. They did not play well at all today. In fact, trailed 23-0 through a period and a half to Quinton.
That's a heck of a comeback, ultimately falling, though.
Yeah. Quinton had to rally to win by 3. Driving right, and a travel called against Booker T. That's against Markayla Johnson. So there's the stop Shane Coffey was looking for. Here's another look at it.
It's pretty close. I don't know. That's kind of a tough call on Markayla Johnson.
At this stage of the game, yes. 47 seconds to play. Booker T by a point. Into the front court with a basketball, and they steal it away. Marasini's pass intercepted by Mayberry to the rim, and a hard foul against Wigington. That's her 4th.
Well, Booker T. Washington wanting an intentional. I don't think they're going to get it. I think they'll stick with a common foul here. But now the 2 officials, though, are going to talk about this one just outside the paint.
If we can get another look at it, we can see. By definition, it's not an intentional foul, but it certainly was an intentional foul in the terms of trying to prevent the basket. And they're going to call it a common foul. It'll be 2 free throws now for Mayberry. As I told you, that's number 4 on Wigington. And she didn't really make a play on the ball. She was kind of shoved with body contact. Here's Mayberry's first free throw. She back rimmed it. Boy, you really, if you're a Hornets fan, would have loved for that one to drop, because that ensures a 3-point basket doesn't beat you. You need this one with 40 seconds to play to keep it a 2-point lead. Left-hander's free throws up, and she missed them both.
Boy, missing a lot of foul shots down the stretch here is Booker T.
They hit 9 of their first 10. They've made just 1 of their last 5, and a timeout called by Shane Coffey of Broken Arrow with 33.8 seconds to play. We're back after these messages on Squirtle.tv.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
Is your school or booster?
Here we go. Final 33 seconds. Possession arrow to Broken Arrow. Todd Miller, Dustin Goodnow. Our association and friendship goes back many, many years, including calling games at the Small School Classic in Northwest Oklahoma. Didn't have games like this, did we?
Certainly didn't. There was more turnovers than points in those games.
Rakaya Bowen to inbound. Johnson will front the entry pass. Broken Arrow with one more time out if they need it. Bowen throws it to the backcourt and throws it, or nearly throws it out of bounds. It's saved back in bounds by Marasini, but Johnson Cooper is hit hard going for the ball, and that's going to result in an inbounds for Booker T, as that is the fourth foul.
Well,
but a terrible throw-in by Rakaya Bowen.
It was, and I still haven't actually seen a foul called, because you had a player from Broken Arrow leap into the Booker T bench. It seems like a third. Okay.
Yeah, and Johnson Cooper is slow to get up on her feet and now is headed over to the bench. And you're right, we haven't seen a foul called yet.
Because they both kind of just collided going for the basketball. So I don't know that we're going to see a foul called here.
Shane Coffey is saying, I need somebody to tell me what just happened. Here's Kamari Lomack to inbound the basketball. I was for sure they were going to call a foul with a contact. They must have deemed that both players were making a legal play on the ball. And now Booker T will spend their next to last timeout with 31 and a half seconds to play and leading by a point, 42-41. Boy, whichever team loses this game is going to lament the way the last minute of this game has been played. Both with possessions that they came up empty.
Yeah, both kind of giving it away. You've seen Booker T miss some free throws down the stretch. You know, Broken Arrow can't take care of the basketball. They've had some turnovers as of late. Yeah, what a wild finish this one's going to be. And again, ultimately for a spot in the finals tomorrow.
Regardless of who you're rooting for in any of these games or where you're watching, we are just tickled to be with you this weekend for the 59th Annual Tournament of Champions. It's an honor for Score to be invited here to help out. Mick Wilson does a great job, the athletic director for the Tulsa Public Schools. I asked Mick earlier this week, well, how was your holiday? He said it was good. How was yours? I said it was great. But I didn't have to turn around and host 24 games in a 3-day tournament one day after opening packages.
Well, it's amazing to see how many of these tournaments now have come up out of nowhere. You know, you have all these holiday classics now going on. I believe the Bertha Teague, you've got the one in Mustang that I was in. You got the one here. I know there's multiple other tournaments going on the day after Christmas.
Speaking of the Ladybugs, one of the top teams in Class 3A, they had a big signature win today, knocking off 6A Owasso. So they will face Allen, Oklahoma, tomorrow for 5th place. Here we go. Booker T. Washington will inbound. Markayla Johnson is going to be fouled up front. That'll be the 4th now. And Marasini has her first, so they need one more to send them to the free throw line. This all started because Rakaya Bowen had a poor inbounds pass trying to get it into the backcourt and almost threw it out of bounds. Marasini had to save it back in, and that's when Booker T gained possession.
But if you're BA, you want to try not to foul Markayla Johnson and put somebody else at the free throw line.
Owens quickly fouled, and that is Mathurin that will be called for the foul. Excuse me, Mathurin, that's her 4th. That's the 5th. Now, if Tulsa Booker T. Washington has to foul, they're going to have to do it quickly. They only have 2 up there on the board, so they would need 3 to send Broken Arrow to the free throw line. But let's see if the Hornets can get it done. Owens was the good one to foul, at least statistically today, although she hits the first. She had made just 2 of her first 4. And as a team, Booker T. had missed 4 of their last 5 from the stripe. And coming back in for Broken Arrow is Rakaya Bowen. And going to the bench will be number 10, Janaea McCray. McCray, a 5'5 sophomore, was inserted for foul purposes. Second free throws up, and she front rimmed that one. It's a 2-point game. Door remains open for Mathurin and company. Into the front court right side, 15 seconds to play. Marasini lobs it top of the circle to Jacobs. Down low it goes to Bowen. Kicks it right side. The jumper airballed by Marasini. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it looked like it was touched by Broken Arrow. They're going to give possession to the Tigers. It looked like Rakaya Bowen touched it.
Well, you are right, sir, and we're going to get a timeout, but that's a big, big call late here in the game. Going to give BA one more final shot.
Tyler's saying that the ball was knocked off of the shoulder of a Hornet player. We're getting a good look at it here. The shot was woefully short, and from that view, I couldn't tell anything. The player that would have touched would have been Mayberry. She was the only Booker T player that was in the vicinity. So 9.7 seconds to play. Shane Coffey and Broken Arrow now out of timeouts with Booker T leading 43-41. Last year, the Hornets went 1-2. They won their first round game, lost by 2 to Edmond Memorial in the semis, and then by 16 in the third place game. All time, they're 15-6 in the event. Broken Arrow in for just the second time in the first since the third year that girls competition was added to the field. And this is the 59th annual edition. They first played in 99. Broken Arrow finished third with a 2-1 record in 2001.
Well, and you have to think BA here is going to go find Mackenzie Mathurin. You know Booker T. Washington knows that, so look for maybe Rakaya Brown or Maricini to step up and knock down the shot.
Maricini to inbound, lobs it out high. Mathurin had it knocked away, and it's stolen. Owens with a steal with the lay-in at the other end with 5 seconds to play. That's going to do it. 4-point game. A runner for Maricini is off the mark, no good. So Owens, who kept the door open, Dustin, with missed free throws, comes up with the biggest defensive play of the night, and there's the finish that makes it a 45-41 Hornets victory.
Todd, we've talked about how physical this defense has been all game long, and how fitting is it that the defense is the one that makes the big play when Tierra Owens comes up with a steal and lays it in to punctuate this one.
Broken Arrow will play tomorrow evening for third place with a record of 5-1. Their opponent will be decided tonight at 7 between Lincoln Christian and Fort Gibson. Booker T will play at 7 o'clock in the girls' title game, looking for their third championship here at the TOC and their first since 2019. Always good to work with you, partner. Have a great call tonight.
You too, sir. Thank you. I enjoyed it.
All right. For Dustin Goodnow, Tyler Kerr, I'm Todd Miller. Final again, Booker T 41, Broken Arrow, or Booker T 45, Broken Arrow 41. We'll see you down the line. Good night, everybody.